You save files every single day on your phone, your laptop, maybe the cloud. But have you ever wondered what's actually happening in each of those places? Because not all storage works the same way. Before we get to SSDs in the cloud, let's start with something much older: magnetic tape. The oldest storage technology still in use today. It stores data on a long strip of magnetic material. To find your data, you have to go through everything that comes before it. No skipping, no random access. That makes it very slow to access. But it's also the cheapest way to store data. That's why big companies still use it today. And because it's never connected to a network, it's actually one of the most secure storage types on this list. Tape isn't for everyday use. It is for data you need to access rarely. Next, the floppy disk. If you were born after 2000, you know this as the save icon. But it was a real object, a magnetic disk in a plastic shell holding a maximum of 1.44 megabytes. One single photo on your phone today is bigger than that. Back in the 80s and 90s, people used these to carry files from one computer to another. Today they're outdated and have been replaced by newer technology. But they were the very first portable storage, and that idea changed everything. Optical disks, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays. These use light instead of magnetism. A laser burns tiny pits into a reflective surface, and another laser reads them back as data. CDs can hold about 700 megabytes, enough for a music album. Then came the DVDs. They went up to 8.5 gigabytes, enough for a full movie. Then Blu-ray arrived, pushing capacity to 50 gigabytes, enough for a 4K film. And there is one big weakness with the optical disks. A single scratch can make the data completely unreadable. Now, the storage that's most likely inside your computer right now. The hard disk drive, HDD. Inside it, there are spinning magnetic platters with a read-write arm that moves across those platters to access your data. Because everything is mechanical, it's not the fastest, typically around 100 to 160 megabytes per second. But HDDs are still alive because of one thing: price. They usually come in sizes from 500 gigabytes all the way up to several terabytes. For backups and bulk storage, nothing beats the value. The downside, they can break easily. Drop one while it's running, and you might lose everything. Now things get faster. The solid-state drive, SSD. No spinning platters, no mechanical arm, no moving parts at all. Data is stored electronically in flash memory chips, and reading it requires no physical movement. A standard SATA SSD reads at around 500 megabytes per second, already 3 times faster than most HDDs. NVMe SSDs plug directly into the CPU and can hit 3,500 to 7,000 megabytes per second. Boot times drop from a minute to under 15 seconds. Files that took 20 minutes to transfer finish in 2 minutes. SSDs cost more than HDDs, and flash memory does have a write cycle limit, but for most people, you'll never get close to it. USB drives, same flash technology as SSDs, just in a pocket-sized form. Speed depends on the USB version. USB 2.0 drives offer up to 480 megabits per second. USB 3.0 and 3.1 can reach 5 to 10 gigabits per second. USB drives are the modern floppy disk. Portable, universal, simple. The one real risk with USB drives? They're tiny and very easy to lose. Memory cards, SD cards, micro SD. Same flash technology again, but built for cameras, phones, and drones. Capacities range from a few megabytes in early models to 1 terabyte in modern versions. Speed class is an important factor here. A higher speed class means faster read and write speeds. If you're recording 4K video or shooting in burst mode, a higher speed class card is essential. Pick the one that matches your needs, not just the cheap one. And finally, cloud storage. Instead of storing data on a physical device you own, you are saving it over the internet. Your files live on remote servers managed by services like Google Drive, Dropbox, or iCloud. The benefits are clear. You can access your data from anywhere, it supports automatic backup, and there is no physical risk on your end. The downside is that you need an internet connection to access or upload files. Large storage plans usually require a monthly payment. Cloud storage is a great layer of protection, but it is not a replacement for a local backup.